What's good, everybody? This episode of the podcast is sponsored by DistroKid. They are the go-to for digital music distribution and the easiest way for musicians to get their music onto Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, TikTok, YouTube, and more. They offer unlimited uploads, and artists keep 100% of their earnings, getting your music onto platforms and into stores 10 to 20 times faster than any other distributor. They help with cover song clearance, automatic splits, and they offer all kinds of tools and templates to help you get the most visibility for your releases. I dig this company and appreciate their business model that offers more features and tools than any other distributor while doing it at the most affordable price for solo artists, bands, DJs, studio artists, and any other creators that are making music or producing music in their home, and they offer label services as well. They've got 3 different tiers that they offer to creators that start as low as $22.99 a year. That's just $1.92 a month. And even their top tier is only $7.50 per month. And the best part about DistroKid sponsoring the podcast is they are offering Dan Cable Presents listeners 30% off their first year of service with DistroKid, making their affordable prices even cheaper for you. I will put that discount link in the episode notes. It will also be in my Instagram bio. Big shout out to DistroKid for sponsoring this podcast for more than 3 years now. Much appreciated. Now let's get into the episode.
Looking down at the corner of the slow
What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Dan Cable Presents podcast. Thank you for tuning into the program once again. If this is your first time listening, thanks for checking out the show. You can find fresh episodes coming at you on Tuesdays, and if you want to help support this thing in a free way, you can do so by clicking subscribe on iTunes, clicking write a review, giving the podcast 5 stars if you feel like it is deserving of so, and that will help propel this thing into the tops of those iTunes charts, giving it more visibility on the national and international levels, helping strangers find the podcast, and just a great way to contribute to the growth and sustainability of this thing. Appreciate the hell out of all the folks that have already taken the time to do so. If you're not listening on Apple, just hit like, follow, subscribe wherever you are listening from, and tell a friend about the podcast if you're enjoying this thing. That's still like the best way to spread the word about it. If you're watching on YouTube, you can hit subscribe there and check out some other video content that I have produced on the Primetime Cable YouTube channel as well. Hope everybody is doing well out there. I'm currently in Denver, Colorado, just hanging out in the backyard of this Airbnb that I'm staying in. I'm on tour with a Blind Pilot on this really cool co-headline tour with John Craigie. It's a pretty dreamy summer tour, I gotta tell you. It's my first time ever traveling with the Blind Pilot crew, and they are just incredibly sweet, good people. It's just been a real pleasure to get to spend time and work with them on this first half of the run. Got a few more shows to go here in Colorado and closing out in Salt Lake City, but it's been awesome. We had a really long drive day from Salt Lake to Denver yesterday, doing that 8-9 hour haul, and we stopped off when we got into Colorado and jumped in the Colorado River for a bit, and that was just an incredible break in the day. But we got episode 474 in store for you, and I'm really excited about this one. Got one of my favorite Portland bands on the show. Jonny's Day Out is on the cast. Been wanting to do this one for a while, and what better time than now, fresh off the release of their brand new record. JDO just came out last week. They've got an album release show going on at the Hawthorne Theater on June 27th. That's this weekend, and they're playing with Quickly, which should be an incredible show. Both those bands are amazing. Wish I was in town for it. Graham, a.k.a. Quickly, also produced this new Jonny's Day Out album. He's worked on some past projects of theirs. Oh no, are you serious? This is such a good intro and this is not working? All right, I don't know what happened. We had a little technical error, but Graham from Quickly, he's produced other projects of theirs. Johnny's Day Out, just amazing band. I think they're putting on one of the best live shows in the city of Portland, Oregon, and I talked to them a bit about that during this conversation. I just think they're making really interesting, cool music, and I've had the pleasure of getting to know a couple of these guys over the last couple years. Avery, aka Amos Hart, who is the lead singer of Johnny's Day Out, has been on the show before, and we talked a lot about his solo project on that episode. And also Eli, aka Annie, has also been on the podcast before. Eli plays guitar in Johnny's Day Out, so a lot of familiarity with this band, slowly getting to know the other guys, Blue and Jude and Jasper, and it was just a really fun hang. I haven't done a band hang in a really long time, so just had a killer time hanging with these dudes. It was a lot of fucking around, a lot of giving each other a hard time during this episode, as band podcasts usually go. You know, it was a very classic full band episode, but glad we finally got to do this thing again. Johnny's Day Out, if you're listening to this on release day, go check out their show at the Hawthorne Theater this weekend, June 27th. They are also playing Pickathon, the wonderful Pickathon Music Festival just outside of Portland. One of my favorite things that happens every single year, always blocked out on my calendar. I will be out there once again. That's the first weekend in August at Pendarvis Farm out there in Happy Valley. If you have not been, I encourage you to come check it out, even if you come for the day. If you don't do the whole thing, that's very okay. And yeah, I'm running out of storage here on my phone, so I'm going to wrap this thing up pretty quickly here. But appreciate y'all tuning in. Please go check out the new Johnny's Day Out record, JDO. It's available wherever you listen to music. I love it. There's so many great songs on it. And yeah, again, I just think that this is one of those bands, when they hit the stage and start doing the thing, you're immediately drawn in, you're hooked, and it's just a really compelling live show that they have continued to craft and just find new ways to bring people in, and had a lot of fun hanging out with these guys. So all the links will be in the episode notes. Check out Johnny's Day Out and check out the new record. And to kick things off, we're going to play one of my favorite tracks from that JDO record. This song is called Cough, and let's do the damn thing.
Get well soon and pat me on the back after a heart attack over Zoom. And wish me luck, I'm throwing up pens. How can I help you with a blank stare and a yellow smile, stale cookie? How can I help you with a blank stare and a yellow smile, stale cookies?
Well, yeah, I'll start with the brief version for you. The story goes that me, Eli, and Avery have played together for many years. It goes back to middle school, even elementary school, me and Avery messing around and stuff. And so we kind of built these good different projects over the years, playing in multiple different bands, different ideations of the same kind of group. And then we left for college, COVID hit, and then Johnny's Day Out kind of came about from Eli and Avery wanting to play music together again. Not without
we convinced you.
Without a band name. It really started with them calling me and being like, "Let's go on tour," and we didn't have a band. And
you
they
said
just
no
had
at
their.
first.
And I said no, that's a terrible idea. They had their solo projects, Annie and Amos Hart, and so we decided to do a tour, Annie X Amos Hart. and it was gonna be a trio, folk synth, ambient experience was the idea.
Drum machine.
All right.
We were gonna have a drum machine. We were gonna do a lot of ambient stuff. We were gonna be singing. I still have a voice memo of like you guys sending me the set. It was like a 40-minute set of just you two. I really want to listen to that again. But then it was like 3 weeks or a month before we left for that tour, we brought Will on, who was our last drummer or our first drummer for the band, and that kind of changed the trajectory of the band into more of a rock band. But it took kind of a couple years to get settled into that. And then that's when we kind of started the band and the name came about on that first tour. We started talking about Johnny's and Jimmy's and Jabaloo's and Dogs and Billy's and all that stuff. And then Johnny's Day Out kind of spurred about from those conversations because he like kept saying that phrase.
Who's Johnny?
Kind of stuck.
Who's Johnny in your mind?
There's no Johnny. Things kept happening because we were in this tiny little Subaru Impreza that was about 120 degrees with no AC and no back windshield. I accidentally broke the back windshield trying to close it in San Francisco. And also a cop rolled up and basically was like, you guys are super dumb for this. But okay. But we were losing it and I kept being like, what's going on? Johnny's Day Out? What is this? Billy's Daycare? Jim Jaloo. And then, oh wait, okay, actually, I keep forgetting this, but we were talking to Graham at a bar, at Crowbar, and I came up to him, and the whole table interrupted the conversation. It was like, what would you guys think of a band called Johnny's Day Out? And Graham looked at me and went, okay, and then just continued on with his conversation.
Graham being quickly.
Yeah.
Mr. Graham Johnson.
Yeah.
Graham Johnny.
Did he think he didn't like the idea then?
I think it just was a jarring thing to ask in the middle of a different conversation. But then, yeah.
Yeah. What was the music like that you guys were playing in high school together?
It was kind of indie rock, I guess. We were like playing like some house shows and the Holocene was a big venue for us back in the day. Our friend Tristan was writing a lot of music in that first band, and yeah, some like storytelling indie rock.
Okay.
Was the vibe back then, I think.
And thinking about like you guys coming together, maybe it was like post-COVID.
2021.
What do you feel like maybe drew you guys into like wanting to play music together again?
Well, I heard your record, and I think I called you and I was like, you should go play shows with this record. You should make it happen. And because I think that was was that your first release? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just really like. I mean, I've been around your songwriting, but that was the first time that like you released a whole body of work that was truly yours and your own. I think in like a really complete way. And I remember listening through and just like feeling excited for you and excited about hearing music from my friends again because it had been a couple years since our high school band, the Castaway Kids.
We call those the Lost Days.
That's right.
Appa's Lost Days.
I was about to say, it's kind of like Avatar, but
yeah.
not as sad. Actually, quite a happy story. I guess they're both happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, you should go play shows and go on tour. I think it would be, like, it doesn't need to be like a crazy thing. You can just play small shows and just for fun and like, just to get out there.
Yeah.
And it's been a while since live music has happened.
What do you feel like then, I guess, like propelled the project into something that when you guys actually started maybe focusing in on it more and developing the band and it not just being like this kind of an Annie Amos Hart tour?
Well, I think right after that tour, like the whole time it was really confusing for everyone that was coming out to the shows because they were like, who are you?
And the PMs were like kind of mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what did the shit, like how are you doing those shows?
I mean, we were playing them full band and like, you know, people that were coming out because they knew Eli's music, like Annie, were really confused because we were playing like rock music. Anybody that had listened to my record were kind of confused because we were playing rock music.
Yeah.
And it's like that first record was like definitely a folk, pretty sparse album. And so by the end of it, we were like, okay, this is just a different band. And yeah, I think like it's taken up until this most recent record to like fully find our identity as a band sonically. But I feel like we've landed on something that's really fun and interesting for all of us, and challenging. Yeah, but it's taken a while. Like we recorded those 2 first EPs, and I feel like we were still searching a little bit, and yeah, it just takes some patience sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think like carving out that sound is like kind of looked like as a collective to like maybe get to the point of this new JDO record, and like where you feel like you're at with the band now versus maybe those growing pains that you were experiencing early on?
I'm kind of curious. I mean, I guess you couldn't speak to the difference between the beginning, but Jasper or Jude, since you guys have been here and seen it grow and been a big part of that process, I'm curious what you guys think, how we've honed in on our sound.
Yeah. You should hold the mic a little closer to your mouth.
I just want to let you know I wasn't going to do that to you. I was gonna fix that in post, but
he's gonna fix it in post.
You can't fix everything in post, Dan.
Thanks, dude. Thanks for looking out for me. I appreciate that.
Just didn't want you to do more.
I'm actually gonna have you take care of the audio engineering for this episode.
You're taking me like 8 months.
Yeah.
Go ahead, G.
Wait,
don't let us distract you.
I got a little distracted.
How have you? I guess I don't know. I'm trying to think of.
You're asking how did we hone in on this sound for this album? I guess.
Okay. I don't know. I think it's been a big process of just like kind of taking away and like almost like kind of approaching stuff with like a really like simplistic mindset, I think, for this record. But I think that's led to like, I don't know, even more kind of creative stuff and more finding that sound, because I don't know, we're not like going into it trying to necessarily do like ambient crazy thing. We're just like trying to write music and songs, and I think that allows us to achieve a much more organic sound, but also still like we're gonna get all those like kind of different musical backgrounds in there just because that's how we play. But not trying to force anything in there.
Did you come into the band as a fan of what was happening already?
I'd say so. I mean,
come on, Jude.
I didn't really even know about them.
Jude actually, Jude's being very modest. Jude used to follow us around.
That is
and
true.
Beg.
That's how I got in. But no, I met Eli and Blue through a mutual, just longtime friend of the band, Jackie, who has her wonderful band, Jackie and the Pink Smudge. And I was playing some backup trumpet, and Blue was playing saxophone, Eli was playing clarinet, so we made up the Pink Smudge horn section.
Hell yeah.
Then I played with Aunt Annie for a little bit.
Okay.
And then, kind of just through playing with Aunt Annie, I just met kind of Avery and Will and Blue, and then I think I remember playing one show with you guys, the first ever show.
That was a bad one.
It was at Bridge City Sessions, and I had never played with you guys. I'd never heard any of the songs, and you just like put me in front of the synth with the drum and with my drum, and you're just like, play whenever. And
we really did like not have actual parts for you.
No!
You had I think you had 2 songs that you had like sort of parts for.
If we're being honest, I haven't had actual parts up until this record.
It wasn't until the Backseat tour. When the Backseat tour, we dialed in
I have dialed in parts.
We've dialed in
It was a lot
we got to make sure you're actually playing. It's going to these huge PAs. We got to make sure your keys parts are actually.
Actually a real keys part.
Jude, you got it.
Every time,
yeah, just go for it, man.
But I don't know. I think that just spirit definitely made me feel like this is something I want to be a part of, Yeah. It's just like, just open and free, and very fun.
What do you think, like, I don't know, what's your maybe approach to something like that where there aren't like a bunch of maybe like written parts and there is like this open-endedness to it? So like, how do you do that tastefully? I guess?
Definitely. I mean, I don't know. I come from what do we call it? An academic jazz background. I got my undergrad in jazz studies, which is definitely like a lot of emphasis on like improvisation just throughout that kind of music. But I don't know. I think, very much learning to like not ever do too much, and especially in jazz where it's such this like deep harmony and you can do so much, and like, really just trying to find those moments where it's just like, playing tastefully and just like in the pocket and not like, I don't know. I really like to try to be like a musical role player, just like 3&D guy, kind of connective tissue, like not trying to do too much, but I think that's
who's your
like,
NBA comp?
The Jay Crowder of
3&D.
Jado.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
Are you the
think
Mikal
like,
Bridges of the group?
what?
Are you the Mikal Bridges of the group?
Yeah, I think I've got some Mikal Bridges game,
Who's that?
some Josh Hart game,
Yeah, yeah.
You see it when he gets his own team too, like Brooklyn Nets, Mikal Bridges.
Oh, man,
Yeah,
would you
he was
yeah.
tough.
24
Going
points a
He was
game.
tough.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Like, while they're doing this
sorry, sorry.
basketball shit.
Yeah.
I feel like Jude's more like
You should hold the mic.
Bro,
up.
are you serious? You call your boy out over here, and then you're like, oh yeah, I think Jude is like, he's pretty cool.
I feel like Jude is more like
I'm gonna say LeBron James.
what's his name? Stefan Curro.
Cat. Are you talking about Stefan Castle or Stephen
I was about
Curry?
to say that's a crazy
Stephen?
deep
Talk
pull.
about Stephen Curry.
Yeah,
Stephen
you
Curry.
calling him Stephen Castle?
Who's that?
No,
Yeah,
he's
he does not
Alright.
know who Steph
It's
Castle
alright.
is,
It's
man.
alright. It was good. I mean, Stefan Castle.
Shout out to the
was actually pretty
Spurs, though, man. They got it done.
good.
Is that who Stefan is on?
He's on the Spurs.
Jude, does it keep the show engaging for you to be like playing some keys and some
I think
horns?
so. And definitely, yeah. I think what's come with this record is like, yeah, definitely building in a lot of more keys and synth sound, which is just fun for me because, I love learning more about those instruments. But yeah, I don't know. I really like just kind of, never doing too much, just trying to do exactly what I'm needed when I'm needed to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this album is really like, I mean, I only play saxophone for one section for like 30 seconds, and then Jude only plays trumpet for 2 songs. Well, really for only 1 song, and then another song that might be released later.
Bits and
Um,
pieces.
So like we went from like earlier versions of the set, I would be playing saxophone for up to like 3 or 4 songs in the set, and playing bass and now I'm just pretty much only playing bass when I play this, and then Jude's pretty much only playing keys.
Little less horny record.
It is less horny.
Is that
you guys think-
like?
That was intentional.
Is that part of also just kind of like learning to strip things back a little bit, and not feeling like just because you have these instruments, like you have to use them like all the time?
I think we made
so.
an intentional choice though to like be like we want to make more of a rock centered album, a guitar centered album.
Yeah.
Then I mean we did add some fun sound and also getting more purposeful with the keys and the synths and like how we're using those in a song. So there's a few songs on that album that has a really key melody line, like in Catwalk, the single that just came out, or came out 3 weeks ago at this point, I guess. Like that opening line, the keys are very like, in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also working with Graham on this record, like that dude's synth collection is just awesome and ridiculous, and he's just like a complete madman in the synth world.
Yeah.
And so like diving into his brain and the tools that he had around him was like so fun.
Dress myself in stripes, all black and white, and got myself a new silver bracelet. Hands behind my back, I love you, dear. I'll make myself a perfect demonstration for what you will become if you lose yourself to her.
Jasper, this is the first record that you got to play your drum parts on.
Yes.
Tell me what it was like what your approach is to maybe playing like the older songs early on when you first jumped in the band, and like how you kind of go about playing somebody else's parts and making them your own, and like what it's been like for you to finally get to like build your own drum parts into the new record.
Yeah, the old songs it was pretty cool to learn them because I was like already friends with the old drummer Will, and so I got to like just ask him about like, hey, what drum heads did you use, like all the tone stuff. And in terms of the actual parts, it's like I feel like the older stuff, at least the set we were playing for the Backseat Lovers tour that was the first shows I did with you guys, it was almost in this kind of like prog rock zone, which is a lot of the music I grew up on, and just kind of these like really grand arrangements, and it worked really well on those like big stages. And I just kind of, I don't know, I love like transcribing drum parts, and I love like learning my friends' drum parts.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Does it kind of like take some pressure off when you don't have to necessarily create the parts and you're just kind of playing what was already there?
I think it actually like puts more pressure on, just because I feel like especially when it's somebody I like know, where I'm like, I want to do everything that Will had. Like I want to do him justice with it.
Yeah.
And so that was definitely like a balance, because when I joined the band, you guys were all like really like supportive and like adamant of like, hey, bring your own sound, and do your own spin on some of these. And so it was kind of fun, I think, as a whole band, kind of taking some of these older songs and having like a little bit new spin on them.
You also joined under like more intense circumstances, so we didn't have that much time,
Yeah,
just kind of going.
It was kind of like
a
sudden thing to like lose Will, and
because Will left, moved to New York, and then we got asked to do the tour with Backseat Lovers, and we didn't have a drummer, so and we only had like a month or so to prepare.
I was gone for the whole
It
month.
was in Europe.
We only had like a week.
But we had our auditions with you, right? And that was also the first time we had played together. We almost died as a band before that, but
Yeah.
that was the first time we had played together in like 5 months. And
Something
I remember that within like one song playing with you, I feel like we all were like, whoa, we feel like we're better at our instruments.
Yeah.
Totally.
Drumming with you. And not that Will didn't bring that, because Will definitely did, but in a different color, I think. And I also feel like, back to your other question, that I think your drumming parts on this record have been a massive part of finding our sound.
Totally.
As like this group without Will, and also just like what the sound is of this record, I feel like is like a huge part because of the style and the sound that you bring as a drummer, and also like your production and creative input and direction.
Yeah, because you've incorporated some samples and using the SPD, and now using the drum triggers, and like we're getting kind of
got a little freaky.
It's fun. We wanted to get to this space for like a while, but we've needed someone that's actually capable of doing that, and like now we can kind of start to just didn't have no shade to Will, but we have found like a different, more unique drum sound through like kind of honing it in.
Yeah,
we do love Will. Will is actually somebody I miss a lot all the time, and Will's gonna come do sound for
every
us
day.
during
Oh, hell
Pickathon,
yeah.
which is super exciting and awesome.
that's awesome.
I wish Will was here right now.
Same.
I'm gonna phone him in right now.
You should.
In post, I'll
This
do a
podcast
little edit.
6 guys.
I'll do a little edit
interview.
with Will. In
Yeah,
there.
Will's actually behind the door right now.
Yeah.
He's heard everything we've said.
Didn't you buy the same snare that Will had too?
Yeah, actually, I
did
get. I got I was like, I recorded a couple songs with the different projects with Will's snare, and I was like, damn, this just sounds so good, and he had great things to say, and so I went to buy the exact same one, couldn't find it, and then I decided to get sort of the jumbo version of it to kind of try something new, and so and then I used the exact same heads that Will would use to like record the album, and it was nice having him as kind of a resource to just like, because he's so experienced with like doing sound work and it's one of the hard things for me, at least, about playing drums is like trying to project how things sound in front of the kit, like and sort of out in the audience.
Yeah.
And so it's something I'll kind of tweak out over like every time I play. And so having somebody who like wrote the drum parts, knows exactly what he wants it to sound like.
Yeah.
And kind of knows the more technical aspect of like, you know, can speak the drummer language and sort of just say like, hey, this is what you got to get. That was really helpful to kind of go back and forth with.
Yeah. I never really like think about that as like you're only, I mean, I guess just like everybody else on stage, but specifically with the drums, like you're just kind of in your own world back there and like never really knowing what it is sounding like to the audience.
Yeah. Especially just like depending on which room you're in, it'll sound like super, super different. And that was kind of a shock actually with like the first show I played with these guys was like a massive theater, and I never played somewhere like that before. And it's just like, it just sounded fucking crazy on stage.
Checking the kick that first time, we were like, oh my God. We can like all feel this like in the floor, and like we just have never experienced that before. I can't imagine like controlling that, all that motion in the room too for the first time. It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary here, like seeing the videos and being like, whoa, we're coming out super loud. Like, this is kind of scary. It can like mess up. And it's all, there's no more sound reinforcement. It's all live mix through the PAs.
Jasper, is there something about like learning someone else's drum parts that maybe like forces you to do stuff that you wouldn't normally do, that maybe you work into your own playing in the future?
Yeah, definitely. That's kind of how I've always like learned the drums, I guess, is just sort of like playing along with songs and trying to like learn specific drum parts, figure out how people get different sounds, you know. And there's such a like I mean, this is more technical, but there's like so many different kind of ways you can just hit a drum, and there's like a lot of different techniques that are like the correct quote unquote way, you know, but some people just, you know, for example, just bash the shit out of the drums, and it's like it gives a specific sound. And so I always loved like experimenting with that, you know, and it's like it sounds cool as fuck. And like, so I don't know if I'm supposed to be cursing,
you can say whatever you want.
You know,
this episode's not going to come out anyway, so you can say whatever you want.
But like being able to watch like Will play drums, you know, and just like visually see like, oh, that's how he's like doing that. That's kind of how I've learned to play the drums. And then definitely kind of just, there's certain things where I'm like, wow, I've never played it like that part like that before, but kind of connected it, and it's just kind of the muscle memory of it.
It'd be interesting to hear what would happen if you like totally rewrote all of those drum parts. And
for their initial recordings.
Yeah, and just curious what it would sound like, what it would bring. But I feel like it's hard now because it's like we have the other stuff in our heads.
Yeah,
and you can't really like forget about that or walk away from that. And
I feel like there's this sound on the new record though that Jasper, like for the first time, like we were able to actually accomplish, which is like this like almost like driving driving forward sonic emotion of just like, you know, bashing the listener's head in with this like really fun beat.
Like super technical too. The amount of hits you get in, and like some of the stuff you do like on. Damn it! I shouldn't have said anything.
No, you shouldn't have said anything. I can't hear anything. I'm listening to the headphones. I can't hear.
I know, and this mic is like extremely direct.
Well, you wanted to bring this special mic with you.
And then when you put it on speech mode, it's even more direct. Okay,
well, put it back into music mode.
But it's like I like feel like I smile and like laugh almost, like hearing some of the drum parts that you do, like in SMV specifically, that one break that you do is like, wow.
You guys have mentioned the Backseat Lovers tour a bit through this conversation. I was just curious, like, how maybe important that time was for the 5 of you guys to like really figure out what this band was, and getting to play so much music night after night, and just like what that impact was on maybe even this record.
It was insane, honestly. Like, yeah, I do think like the band would have died if not for that opportunity, and it really made us like take a look at you know what we wanted to do with this next next phase of our life and stuff, and it was like a newfound commitment to like finding our sound and doing this thing together. And yeah, it was just a really supportive rooms that we found out there, which was surprising. Like, we weren't really sure, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun because there were a lot of really sweet people that seemed to enjoy it, what we were doing. Yeah,
we really didn't. We only brought 100 shirts, thinking that would be like enough to like sell. And like that was a big, like, one thing is motivating is like you go into those size of rooms, didn't realize how much merch you could sell and how much of this like fan reaction there is to like when you play with like a band that's has a lot more fans and interest. It's like being associated with them on the stage. Like when we're in that room right there, it's like suddenly like, people get autographs. Everyone wants to buy your merch, and it was very like, whoa, this is like really awesome.
What the hell's going on?
This is really awesome when this happens. Like, obviously, it's like, you know, you leave that room, leave that space, and you kind of go back to, you know, the band you were. But like when you're on that stage and in that room for that night, it's very much like you get a taste of what it's like to kind of be a really successful band.
Little taste of fame, as they say.
We were definitely like all just trying not to freak out afterwards. Like every time somebody would buy a shirt or something, like we would just like look at each other like, what the hell's happening? I remember seeing like merch booth Jude for the first time slinging, which was awesome.
We sold like 75 shirts the first night.
We damn near sold out of shirts that first
just
night.
immediately
Awesome.
having to restock.
Yeah.
Just like wide-eyed, kind of just looking at each other like, is this really happening? And then, you know, we got to do it 8 nights in a row, and just like, yeah.
That's very cool, because I think that is maybe a testament that your set is having an impact on this audience that maybe is new to your band, and for them to actually like buy merch from the opener, I feel like that means that you did something right, for sure.
Maybe.
I think also just like from the band perspective, I think that I've always felt like one of my favorite things to do, unbeatable experience, is just being on a stage with your best friends, like performing and doing something that you've put a lot of work and energy into together. And I think any show brings that in a really cool level. I think it also was, none of us had experienced that level, and the exhilaration of walking out onto that stage together, and then having that, just specifically the first night, just playing our set, getting through it in a really good way, especially after we almost died, and having a new drummer and all these new things.
We didn't like die like physically, just
like
the band.
Like
the band
concept.
Because
we
can't
have
use
had
that
some
word. That word is too strong.
Spiritual
death. But you said it a few times now.
Well, I remember
we didn't almost die in a train crash.
because
I almost did recently.
Yeah,
I was at that show, and the first time I saw you guys play live was when you opened for Quickly.
Oh, at Polaris?
Yes.
And that, like,
And you're
even
like,
the way you guys were talking that night, it kind of felt like, all right, well, that was Johnny's day out, and that
So
was kind of it.
You thought we were kind of bad, huh?
Well, no, I thought you ripped.
We did
I thought
say
you ripped.
we did say
But
that was our last show.
it did, yeah. There was kind of like a formal announcement of like, all right, people are going their separate ways. This is kind of it. Love you
Because we were
guys.
going to Kansas, eh?
That was back when. That was this. Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, cool. I was like, because I had been a fan for a while, and like had seen. I remember just seeing like the first videos ever of like someone posting a video of a live show, and this psycho like pounding his chest, like, look at me, mama, doing all that shit. And I was just like, what the fuck is happening? I was like, this looks really awesome. And then I was like really stoked that I went to that Polaris Hall show, because I was like, oh, that was it. Like I almost missed the whole thing. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh no, we're going on this like super long tour with a big band. It's like, all right, I guess they're still playing music.
Yeah, I think that was our experience too. We were kind of like, I guess we're still playing music.
Yeah.
In that moment.
Well, can I ask then, like, why the band was like on the brink of like not being a band, since the like the show, like the shows seemed like they were going well, or they were cool?
I think that
was it just dynamics, or like?
Well, yeah, but it was mostly because of the bear, and we'll just leave it at that. We don't need to delve too much deeper.
Yeah, Bobby was causing some internal strife, you know. Off-season bear, seasonal depression.
Couple love triangles with him.
Yeah, it's messy, dude.
Halloween Bobby really freaked out some people, and it's kind of messed up, actually.
So was it getting the Backseat Lovers offer that kind of kept things together then, or
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay,
totally.
All right.
I have a feeling like we would have found our way eventually again, because that it just keeps happening in our lives, where we sort of, you know, end up circling back to playing with one another, just because it's like the greatest joy in life, I think. So I'd like to believe that it would have happened anyways, but that definitely like just forced us to figure it out, you know.
I think I think also just it's a testament of our friendship, because I think like during that time, it's a really important thing to me was that we would all stay friends, even if we weren't playing music together. And I think that is why we're still playing music together, because that is, I know not for Bobby as much, but that's at the forefront of my mind doing all this stuff, is that we're all friends, and we get to do this together, and not a lot of people can say that, and it's a pretty lucky thing. Honestly, we're pretty lucky, guys.
Yeah, the whole like tour experience kind of just felt like a refresh, kind of restart with like a new kind of fire under us. I feel like a little bit, where it was just like kind of all like agreed to do this. We didn't even know who the drummer was gonna be, but it was like, we're gonna make it happen. And then just like that whole month was just like, once we found Jasper, it was like we were practicing every day until Avery came back from Europe. So by the time he was back, that set was just like locked in, and to just I think portray the best version of that set out, and for it to like be received well was like, you know, a good needed confidence booster maybe for us at this point, where it's like, you know, we can do this. And then just we also did this thing on tour where we were just like, our album is coming out in the fall, and you know, this is an album that like, you know, there was nothing written. There was not like we had a couple new songs like floating, but definitely, you know, there was not an album in the fall for sure.
Yeah. We're actually ahead of schedule, dude.
Yeah. So next fall. We didn't say which fall it was going to be. So we just said in the fall.
Yeah.
So
did you guys come back from that tour pretty fired up to like make a new record and like actually?
We hit up Graham on the road. We were like, "Can we record an album with you?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yes."
Yeah. We texted him on the way back to Portland. We were like, "Let's."
Yeah. So this like became more of like a focus thing. Kind of after that, and you're like, I guess we're gonna invest more time into this band.
Too, you know. So
we got home and we just started writing a lot.
Yeah, I was at that kind of that homecoming show at Lollipop Shop after you guys got back, and it was just like, it's always so cool to get to see a band after they've played like 20 shows in a row together, and just see how locked in the shit was. It was really impressive, for sure. So,
thanks, man.
Yeah. So what does songwriting look like, or what did it look like for this new record?
I kind of demoed a lot of the songs out in my room, and then a few of them we put together live in a room, and then Zumba we came up with in Eli's apartment off of like a drum loop and like that bass line.
Bass line that I made.
Yeah, I think,
and then the weird drum loop.
And then the shark or the whale.
Yeah, the whale.
Monotone.
Yeah.
Monotone? Is that what it's called?
And yeah, that just kind of came together really, really quickly in that afternoon. But it was kind of fun to work in that workflow for this record, to sort of like have the interface in front of you while you're writing. I enjoy writing that way a lot.
What do you mean by that? Just
like recording as you're writing these demos.
Okay.
And sort of like, you know, having the ability to chop and screw up the whole thing, and be a little more thoughtful about, like, you know, the song structure and stuff like that.
That felt different than like how you guys had approached maybe those first collections of tunes.
Yeah, a little less like jammy, you know.
I kind of like that it was less jammy.
There were no demos from any of those other songs we recorded.
Okay.
Yeah, and like a lot of these songs we just figured out how to play live like recently, and they've just lived in the studio really, but they're a lot of fun to play live now.
Because lots of times we start with a song that we optimize it for live performance, and then we go in the studio and we need to kind of figure out if the live version works, because we just had the problem before, just kind of going back to just whenever we've made music from the beginning, like you have a song that's so much fun live and then you go down to record it and it just doesn't feel the same, because the thing we're relying on is this aspect of it that can only kind of proliferate at a live show. And so for this one, we kind of started with the recorded song as the forefront. It was their priority from the beginning. And we have demos for every single song on the album except for the final song, which we made in the studio pretty much.
Okay. And Racehorse, right?
Racehorse has a demo.
Yeah, there's
there's a demo of everything else, yeah.
Racehorse is the only one that we like fully kind of put together though. Aside from the demo, like in the studio.
Yeah.
It's true, but like even more so, that was only existed in the recorded world. They barely even played it live. And then when we played it live,
I guess Youth was kind of like that too, though.
Mm-hmm.
But Youth was a little bit more jammy in the creation.
We had that
we were trying to have that
melody
moment too,
for a while.
Yeah. And working alongside
that's
Graham
true.
with that song.
Yeah.
So do you feel like this is the best representation of like on the record what the live show also feels like, or what's it been like maybe translating the songs from the record to playing them live?
Yes, for sure. I think that again with Jasper's drumming and Jude's more dialed in parts, and I think part of us not playing multiple different instruments, and Blue and I used to switch bass guitar for a song. I used to play clarinet, and I think that mindset of just sticking with less is more kind of. Yeah. I think that really helps us like dial into the energy of both of what the recordings are in the live shows, and vice versa too. And I also think that we've just gotten a lot better at playing live, and have spent a lot more time trying to get the sound of the recording in the live songs. And a lot of that, we're trying to do all this stuff with an SPD and SB404 to play back samples and not do tracks. I don't know if we'll ever get to tracks, but just trying to bring some of the more production heavy elements that we did with Graham in the studio into the live setup. And that's something that we're gonna in the next couple months past when this comes out, we have been working on a lot. Actually, we've worked last couple practices we've had, we've sat down with just the SB404 and SPD and only worked on the samples because we really want to make that side super strong in our tour and Pickathon this summer. So yeah, I think honestly, I think that like live to recording, I think Avery's stage presence is a huge part of our live sound and like live and like the show experience. And I think, I don't know how you did it or how we did it, but I think that like
it's a fun part of it.
It like translates into the recording even if you're not looking at you. And like,
well, I feel like doing it in like the reverse order that that we did for this record, where we kind of like allowed the songs to become like as we were recording them, really gave like enough space for us to actually like love them as they're becoming, versus having like an idea that's like really set. We've been playing the song for a year, and we have this very clear like vision already. And then translating that live, honestly, it's like, I feel like it's a little bit now, I don't know, it takes more work, and it's like a little bit more difficult, but like really fun to try and figure that out, and still try to make it like an organic, like live experience for all of us, while still staying true to the record.
Yeah.
I feel like too. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, I think that there's like some stuff when taking it to the live zone that like we almost have to like let go a little bit of, or at least for me when I'm working on trying to translate stuff live, because it's like you want to have it exactly like the recordings that you've like spent so much time on, but then sometimes things just don't transfer like to the live space. And I feel like we have done a good job though of like capturing the feeling of like all the songs and just the energy.
I think for me too, this is the first record I've ever worked on and been a part of in which I really like, I truly love and like feel excited about all the songs, which I feel like I got to a place in writing music where I was like, there's going to be that one song that I don't really like, even if I wrote it. And
yeah,
there's just, I don't know. And this is the first time that I feel really excited to not only play the record, but listen through at like a really high level. And, which I think obviously is really helpful for playing live, because there's not really at least for me, there's not really like the song that I'm like, oh, all right, this one, here we go. And that just feels exciting.
Yeah.
To play. And I think our energy in these songs is like up quite a bit, and I think that also helps make for a really fun time. I don't know. Sorry, I got this
guy off the mic. Get this guy off the
I'm
mic.
so sorry. Fun time. I don't know what happened. Got distracted. My hands are getting all clammy, guys. I'm getting scared.
See? You act like you haven't done the
We're
show
drinking
before.
whiskey over here. You want some?
Yeah. Do you need?
Yeah.
Do you need a little?
Nice.
Should have just brought the bottle over, buddy.
Yeah, it happened. This is just straight whiskey.
Yeah.
If you're really gonna watch this, I'm a little worried about Johnny's day out over here, dude.
Yeah. It's all right. They don't know it's 8 a.m.
True. So true.
You guys wanted to do it at 8 a.m. That's what you said. Like,
Thank
yeah,
you.
we'll be over at
Thank
8
you,
in the
Dr.
morning.
So we're
Yeah.
a rise and
Appreciate
grind
it.
kind of
Yeah,
band.
bring that over, baby.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Actually,
Yeah.
something that
Jeepers.
is really helpful for us
Guys,
live.
this is my Christmas gift from McMinimans.
Wow, that
Oh,
tastes
that's
nice.
nice.
Yeah.
It
Isn't
kind of
that
tastes
nice?
like
Wow.
nutmeg,
What a time.
or it tastes like is that McMinimums?
Yeah.
Oh,
This was my
Good
Christmas
guess on me.
gift. Yeah. When I said, dude, was that your guess after I said, this is my gift from McMinimans?
Come on, he like listen to what
I
he's
feel
saying.
like you're not listening to anyone here.
no, I'm sorry.
Not just me.
It's because I was
but all
in
of
my head.
us.
I was thinking about how we usually take about 6 shots each of us before we go on stage, and that's a hugely helpful thing for our live show.
Yeah.
We
Necessary.
probably couldn't. Actually, no, I don't want that to be our vibe. Get rid of that part.
Okay.
Cut it.
All
No,
of
we
it.
did- only one shot for us.
You said clip that?
Jude doesn't even drink it though.
Clip
Jude
it.
pretends to
Good. I'll
drink.
clip that. Yeah.
Jude's routine of 3 lemon drops, sugar rims.
Sugar rim. I've been getting the Cosmopolitan recently though.
Okay.
Man.
All right.
That might be my
This guy's in his Cosmo era. I like
Yes,
it. I like
you
it.
know,
I'm
gotta
in my
be.
Negroni era ever since Haley Hendrix tour and Daniel.
Damn, you're fancy.
Brag
now.
much.
This guy's. yeah.
I just wanted to throw that in there for everybody.
Fancy.
Cut that too. Every time I say anything, just blank it out. Blur my body.
Yeah. Like, oh.
We'll send you the whale sample sound.
All right, we talked a little bit about songwriting. I'm curious what maybe the experimental side of things look like just kind of like shaping the songs, even thinking about maybe like the intro to the record, you know, like how do you like find the balance of like doing cool experimental shit without getting in the way of the songwriting?
Working with quickly
I was
makes
about to say the same thing.
a lot easier to do, because we can kind of just be like, Graham, do this, and then he just, not that he's made certain portions of the album or anything like that, although maybe a little bit, you can kind of just like bring an idea to him. I mean, we all do, but he'll kind of synthesize that, and then it helps that process a lot.
Nice
Especially
word choice.
especially the intro of the album specifically. I mean, we did all kind of work together, and everyone put their
Didn't
little
you,
piece.
Avery, you made that mostly though, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
How
was
was
like that was in the demo, but loosely.
It started with the demo, and then in the studio we used the same kind of sample, literally the
You
exact
always
same
wanted the
samples
1, 2, 3, 4.
from
Yeah. I
we
feel-
used the same sample from the demo exactly, and
Yeah.
then Graham put it, and then we kind of added. He added these noises and all this shit. I'm not sure where it all comes from.
Well, Jasper did a drum take all at the same speed, and we slowed everything down so that it, and slowly sped it up so that the drum take itself had this almost
like rises in pitch.
Yeah, which I think has a fun effect. I'm just like always drawn to like these like epic moments on records, and like having these moments that are almost like cinematic or something, and like in between like the structured songs that are more edible. I just think it's so fun to like build these little moments with that intro and with the outro, the ending of Racehorse too. These moments to either have the listener take a breath and breathe, or to like stress them out.
Yeah. I think it definitely like creates a world for the record, like something to like kind of immerse yourself in.
Yeah, I think that's
along for the
so
ride,
fun.
you know.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun working with Graham, and when also Graham just has an idea, and he'll just be like, "Hold on, guys, can I try something really quick?" And then like 15 minutes later, the craziest sound and production is put into place, and every time I feel like all of us are like, "That was the coolest thing ever. That's definitely Stan."
Yeah.
And sometimes Graham's like, "I don't know, guys, this is too much," and we're like, "No, this is perfect. We want this." Did you listen to the whole record?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Quite a bit.
Nice.
Quite a bit.
What's your favorite song?
He doesn't know any of the songs, bro.
I don't know. I think you guys kind of nailed it, like with dropping like that first single, the Seabiscuit song. Really just it fucks, you know. And it's hard for me to not pick that one. That's for sure.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
we did think
That's
that was the like, you know, would maybe appeal to the most general audience. You know, maybe it would have this kind of
Like, you know.
more pop feel.
Yeah.
Maybe someone that has like a less in-depth music taste.
Yeah,
would-
totally. It's for like
So if you
the,
don't know
that
Paul-
song's for
that
like
took a
the
huge
teeny
turn.
boppers and stuff, you know.
Wow, what the heck?
And for me.
no,
Just slightly more edible, you know. Just-
I mean, that is real. I think we did say, I think we were like, this is the most digestible song. It doesn't have that crazy weird production. It's the most like undynamic, not in a bad way. It's just like, and it's very simple. It's like one chord basically the whole time.
There's still a lot of
too
kind of
close.
interesting production on that one.
There is,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's not, I feel like it's not as like in your face.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I haven't listened to that song in a while.
Yeah.
I could be
I
wrong.
know. I mean, the reason we chose it for the first single because we all really like that song as well.
It
Catchy.
yeah. I don't know. It definitely like I do feel like this record is like the best representation of like going to one of your shows for sure.
Nice.
And, like,
Oh yeah, that's great to hear.
yeah. It feels like you guys have learned a lot since from the early iterations of the band for
That's
sure.
awesome.
You know.
Yeah, I feel like we've always been like as we're finding our sound, like I think part of that is also leaning into the parts that are a little bit confusing about like our musical identity, and like this record really leaning into the fact that we have the ability to just be really dynamically variant. like from the first track to the second track, just having like this absolutely blaring in your face outro to SMB, opening up into this like really easy listening horn part in Cough. I feel like, you know, we were a bit more intentional with the dynamic range and like how exactly to like make it flow and work and everything, but like I think we leaned further into that, which is a part of our identity and sound, I think, is having like both sides going, you know. Yeah.
You guys have obviously like mentioned Graham and like his maybe his presence in the room of like helping make the record, but what has kind of like brought you back to wanting to make music with him? Because I know that you previously recorded with him as well. Like, what do you feel like he brings out of the songs that you guys can't necessarily see for yourselves along the way?
I don't know. I think a big thing is just how like open he is and like just very supportive of our ideas, which is like, I don't know. I think that's big for us because we are a group with like a lot of different ideas and a lot of like, you know, being in that room with him where you have all these keyboards and all these different guitars and just like kind of all these options. And like, I think with this record, we definitely fleshed out like a lot of different ideas for these songs. Like, a few of them like kind of changed pretty drastically to where we were playing them before, and then in the studio a few different versions before, and then to where they ended. But I don't know. I think just like, yeah, like porn star specifically, like that was one where it was just like the entire structure changed a little. We moved some stuff around, like played it with a different feel even, and just like having somebody who can support those ideas, like I think, you know, yeah, and it just opens up all of us to just like, you know, kind of just think solely about just like creative little things, like having him doing that, and also
driving
like
the ship.
just this sheer just straight Ableton chops he has of just like being able to technically kind of do when we're just like make it sound like wiggly like this, and he's like, you know, if I heard that I'd be like, what the fuck, but he knows exactly what is like this, and just like, yeah, also just like, you know, he's this, you know, monster musician in his own right, and so it's like there's stuff on that where it's just like, here, let me try something, and he played whether it's a keyboard, a guitar part, or like, you know,
Guitar part on
the Chinese
on
stringed
Cough,
instrument we were
most
using, like, yeah,
notable.
just like some of these like little like money moments where it's just like, you know, that ear candy where you're like, oh, like that's just like kind of him being like, you know, listening to the song, messing around, and us being just like, yes, that now.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
I think that Graham is personally one of the most talented producers I've ever worked with, and one of the best musicians I've ever heard, to be honest. Not even an exaggeration. And the first time we worked with him, that's right, Blue. Even better than
I second
you.
that.
Just kidding.
Damn,
I'm
dude.
sorry. I could never say that, actually.
That's fine. That's what I know.
But the first time we worked with him, I feel like the way that he produced us, and where he wasn't afraid to be like, I don't think you should play right there. I don't think you should have this here. I think you should do this. And also just the stuff that he added in the sound, his actual like recording technique and mixing, just has such an interesting flavor and has so much character. And I think we adopted that. And I remember right after recording the first EP, all the shows we played after that, I think we like leveled up a lot, because we were things felt a little random from before that, and then having somebody come in and be like, try this right here for the recording, and then hearing the recordings and hearing how cool it sounded, I think made us all want to like dial in all of our stuff more. And then I think that happened again with this record. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool that we get to work.
We're pretty
with
lucky,
him.
dude.
We're extremely lucky.
Pretty damn lucky, and lucky that he's still in Portland. And it's like, I don't know, he's the most unassuming talent, like just the most laid back, goofy motherfucker ever, and just has this brain that just like can flourish into like all of these ideas. It's so cool to see his brain work, and like we learned pretty quickly to literally just step back and like give him like 10 minutes to like flesh out whatever the hell was going through his brain, because we were just like, yeah, I don't know what this is gonna be, this idea, but like, you know, whether it's like, I feel like the trumpet part in Youth is one of those moments where like he was like, okay, yeah, you can rip this trumpet part, but then like let's just get super freaky with it, and I think it sounds insane.
That's one of my favorite moments too, for sure. Yeah.
Do you think it's helpful to have somebody else in the room to maybe kind of like regulate?
Yes.
Since you guys all have your own ideas coming to the table, like just to have somebody that maybe can like rein the thing in and like help you guys see things
that's huge
from
for
a more
us.
disconnected.
Having somebody that's like very, you know, removed from like what we're doing in the terms of like, you know, don't see Graham necessarily like every day at band practice or anything like that, but also somebody we all like trust, both as like a friend and as like somebody whose musical opinions we very much value. Like having him in that position, I think was really perfect for us, because it was, you know, we've had moments where it's like we don't, you know, where it's just like that's not there, and it's definitely very missed, because it's just like, you know, yeah, it's nice to have that.
Is it easy for you guys to like make room for everybody's ideas, or does it take maybe some concentration or just like some intention to make sure that everybody feels like their ideas are being heard, or like maybe even at least tried if they're not necessarily making the cut?
We don't. I think I had this funny realization one time. So I was like, this is pretty normal to like have like. The answer is that it's difficult sometimes.
We've gotten a lot better at it.
I remember the Max. Harry from the Max was like. My realization was when Harry from the Max was like, oh yeah, we have like a always say yes, try everything policy. And I was like, oh wow, we say no super fast. We're like, somebody's like, we should try this. And we're like, no, we're not even gonna try that. And I was like, oh, I thought that was kind of normal. And then I was like, oh man, maybe we're doing things wrong. Maybe we should be a little bit more. But then, I don't know. I also think that sometimes I feel that way, but then sometimes I'm like, I think it's good that that each of us have really strong opinions, and that I think it's obviously about communicating in a healthy way that isn't like making people feel bad. That's obviously super important, but I do think it's cool. I think we've gotten a lot better at that on this record.
Totally.
There's definitely moments, there definitely was moments that I think were tough, but I feel like it's really cool having, like getting to work with people and play music with people who like feel strongly about how they want something to sound and bring up really cool ideas. And
yeah, I think coming into the band, that was like one of the things that it was kind of like abrasive at first, like, and I was like, damn, these guys are fucking crazy. Yes. And I think part of that's because like, you know, three of you guys have known each other for a long time, and there's a lot of just kind of, you know, personality dynamics where it's like you guys have been buddies forever and like know each other in this way where you can kind of just, there's no like filter at all. That is something that's like coming in as a new person, it's a little like jarring.
We kind of get to no filter with you guys pretty quick.
Yeah.
We're there.
And like, but I think
pretty fast.
I think one of the things that like I really, it was like on that tour last year that kind of made me like, I don't know, just really get excited about working with you guys, was sort of how strong everybody's opinions are, and like how it's like one moment it'll be like a really, you know, maybe like negative, like we should not do that, that's a bad idea, to somebody else's idea, which like never feels good. But then it's like that opens up the room where it's like, oh, you know, you guys are just fine 2 minutes later, and it's like that leaves room where it's like, okay, maybe I can just kind of say whatever the hell's on my mind. And like I think that strongness of opinion like is really important, to just say what's on your mind. And there's a lot of different like dynamics, like personality dynamics that can happen in like any group of people, but especially like a band, you're trying to like work together and be like collaborative. And I don't know, I really appreciate that environment. Like it kind of can be stressful sometimes, but it's like I think that it works really well, and yeah.
Got to learn how to diffuse situations.
He was really good at that.
You're the moderator.
Try to be, but
Yeah. Jasper doesn't seem to think so, actually, by his reaction.
I remember I was so relieved when you were like, because I remember you had said that first half of that, you're like, yeah, it's super intense to like be around you guys. And then like there was a pause, I don't know how much time, a day maybe. And then you're like, and then you were like, yeah, that is really intense, but it's awesome because I feel like I feel more confident to have my opinion. And I was really relieved when you said that because I felt bad. I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
we're bringing Jasper into like a not great situation that's like not fun to be a part of. And that sucks.
Yeah.
So,
But you know where everybody kind of stands in that situation
Exactly.
too, right? Like,
Yeah,
that
I think
people
we're all,
aren't
like-
harboring resentment and not like saying what they're
No,
feeling
I think
about
we're
the
all
thing.
like just protective and care about this music we're making a lot, and I think it you know is just it's like any dynamic. It's like we're all dating each other, you know. That's the classic thing. Like we need we need to figure out like the best way, like you said, that sparked this question. Just the best way to make sure that everybody feels heard, and that we flesh out ideas, because like that's the fun part of making music together too, you know. And especially in a studio setting, like having it flow in a way. I think it's mad special that we care enough to, you know, have it be not always like pretty all the time. But I mean I feel like we've been talking a lot about that, and it's making it seem like we have this like toxic like band relationship, and I feel like it's like not like
I actually
that.
think it's the opposite.
Okay.
Or like
That's
I think it would be a little
That's very
more.
good.
I don't know. Outside perspective, I think you would be a little more protective of that if it was like some sort of toxic thing. I don't think you would be so openly like kind of talking about the dynamic, maybe.
Sure,
but
yeah.
I could be reading the situation.
I think there's
wrong,
toxic
you know,
moments, but not in a wholehearted way. I think there's just
Yeah.
moments that are like, I think toxic is not the right word, maybe just intense. And I think, yeah, all of us are intense people, and that's a good thing.
I think there could be the opposite where people don't speak their minds, and maybe it like doesn't feel as intense, but it's probably actually shittier or more toxic almost, actually, because no one's actually saying how they feel. So then the music, it probably suffers because of that, and just like the overall morale of the thing suffers, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that like we avoid the like toxic positivity thing that can happen. I think a lot when you're trying to like create something, like you want to be supportive of each other, but sometimes it's like, you know, it's important to say like, if I'm like, oh, I think that sounds bad. I think that's not a good idea. It's important to say that, you know, and then just have the
No
space
fake
to be
nice.
able to like,
What?
no fake nice.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I think that can be like a big problem in just creative endeavors sometimes, and
Yeah.
I think we do a great job of avoiding that.
Yeah. We're going to bring on a special guest here soon.
I would love
We have
that.
a very special guest, and maybe this is a good way to bring him into the fold. But I'm curious, like, there's been kind of this theme of mascots in some way in this band. You know, like started with Bobby the Bear, and then this
Started with Louis the Bunny.
Louis the Bunny.
Yeah.
Yes. Going way back.
Our very
R.I.P.
first
Louis.
Rest in peace, Louis.
Rest- Louis.
Buried last month. He's a real bunny. That's my mom's bunny, and he's in the backyard now. And well, no, actually, he's floating about the world
Okay.
now,
What does that
and
mean?
merely his
Spirit.
vessel is in the backyard.
Oh, I see. Nice. I thought you
but
did like
yeah.
a Viking burial or something.
Oh no, that would be epic.
We should have done
Send
that.
him off to
That would've been
sea.
That
cool.
would have been pretty
That would
sick.
have been awesome.
And then we have Bobby the Bear.
Bobby
Yeah.
the Bear.
We
Yeah,
got
he's
BTB.
been like
over
just
here.
like sticking around maybe a little too long. after that.
And then
then-
the new record,
Red the Horse.
Red the Horse. So like what
wanna
is
grab them?
where's the
Oh, yeah.
yeah
Our friend Audrey Barrett lives in New York. Dear friend of mine. incredibly talented individual, made the costume for this new record. And I was like writing a lot about these yeah, you can see it. Yeah. I was writing a lot about these this theme of sort of racehorse, being a racehorse. We wanted to build a horse costume and put it on a real horse, because on that first record we had the bunny holding the bunny. And Audrey just completed the mission like to a T. This costume is based off of the Seabiscuit movie, and the costume that Tobey Maguire is wearing as a jockey. So we like recreated it fully, replacing the logo with the name of the record, the emblem that he's wearing in the movie, which I think is pretty fun. I like it a lot.
Yeah. What do you guys like about like maybe the imagery of some sort of animal within the artwork, or
Animals are awesome.
just the band overall?
Yeah.
I think, well, because Will and I were living with you and your mom and
Yeah.
Louis. And I feel like that kind of sparked it because we were also practicing, and Louis would just always be around. And yeah, I think that. And then we were just, I feel like we just attached to the animal idea.
I'm always attached to just, I mean, this is by no means a unique perspective. It's kind of just all of human history, but just being attached to like eternal symbols, so animals, trees, the ocean, sun, like these kind of imagery that's wouldn't change if you went back 50,000 years in the past. I've always found like a deep connection to, just because it's like connecting to kind of just our deeper selves. And not that I'm necessarily thinking about all that when I think about choosing the mascot,
Yeah.
but having an animal is
That's
just
awesome.
like I feel just like I think about the same way the tattoos I get. I try to typically choose things that are kind of eternal symbols. That's why I got sun and moon. Those are the first things I got. I've always, as most of our human ancestors, I've always been drawn to imagery like that, and I see that in the album artwork as well.
I love that. I always see it as like far more silly than that, but I've never thought about it on that level, and I love that so much.
Too.
I feel like it gives us the ability to like, I don't know, encapsulate the like goofy energy that we do bring with one another a lot, because it's just kind of ridiculous.
It's really, it makes me laugh, and I think that's a good. I think it's
Yeah.
good to have things in the band that
Yeah.
make you feel funny.
Yeah. Does it help with writing lyrics, Avery? Like,
Yeah, totally.
As far as like using that as inspiration, and maybe it coming from a different angle than your solo Amos Hart stuff.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, this record was like the first time I feel like I did that really intentionally with like the theme
Yeah.
of the whole.
Right, because we didn't have any bear-related lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
It's okay.
No,
I think that's fine. We can
what a
bypass that.
shame.
Yeah.
They're related what?
Lyrics.
I know, it's a shame.
Yeah. Is that a
You
shame?
have a song though.
Let's bring on
Parallel, man.
let's bring on your beloved mascot of
Old
Johnny's
Bobby.
Day Out. Old Bobby the Bear here.
Oh, Bobby.
You know,
What's up, buddy?
bring it
BTB.
in. You know, we can maybe scoot. I don't know.
Let's see if we can
If,
get him.
we'll make Jasper sit on the middle here awkwardly. You know,
Get him right here.
get him in here. Bobby.
Get him. I'll sit on the edge.
Bobo, welcome.
Howdy, howdy.
Focus
Yeah.
speaking on right now, or is that just shininess on the fur?
What's wrong with you? Oh no, that's just showing that everything's in focus. That's what us professionals do.
Yeah.
Into
it's-
focus.
Oh, I know. It's actually called focus
Get all the
peaking.
mics. Get all the mics on Bobby.
Damn it, dude.
Give
I
me the
don't,
mics.
can he leave?
Oh,
I asked myself the same question.
I already tried to leave, guys.
Bobby,
Eli's the reason we almost broke up because he quit the band.
Because what?
He
that
quit
feels
the band.
that feels accurate.
I did quit the band.
Bobby,
There was
what
a
is
good
your
reason for it.
favorite part of
I'll tell
being
you
a
guys
part
right
of
now,
Johnny's
Dan
Day
Sullivan.
Out?
Sorry.
I mean, it's just, it's a joy to be included with something that my friends have been putting together. They make amazing music, and I've always been a supporter of that in my own right. But this gives me an amazing opportunity to really like join them in the journey in my own way as someone who doesn't play an instrument but does other things.
Don't laugh at him, please.
Yeah, this is serious.
I just love like
Dang,
I love
man.
like as many mics as possible in his face.
Bring him.
What do you feel like your role is to raise the morale of not only the crowd but the band?
I mean, I think like as a lot of these guys were alluding to, like the animals in general it adds a playfulness to the music and reminds, I think, all of us to not like take ourselves too seriously all the time, even though it is like this is a legit band, it's legit projects, but it makes us all get a little goofy and just enjoy the moment, get a little wiggly. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys had any animal control issues going venue to venue, bringing a bear along?
We didn't have
the
a
bear meeting the bear.
We went to a bear sanctuary on the side of the road in Montana, and we asked if we could have the bear costume in front of the grizzly bear, and they're like, "Let me go ask." And we were just checking out the bear for ourselves. Bears are pretty cool, and we hear they had, for some reason, the radio was like extra loud, and over the radio they're like, we let the band know that the bear is a go. Make sure to get some good photos of it. And we heard the whole thing. We're like, all right. But I was gonna say we were trying to get a photo of the bear suit holding a bear cub, and we called anybody drive down I-5 and you see this wild safari. It's like somewhere outside Grants Pass, but we called them. We're like, do you guys have? Because on their website, I think it said something about a bear cub. And the lady answered the phone and was like, I cannot believe you're asking us this. That's so messed up. We later find out that it's highly illegal to hold a bear cub. And that happened a couple years ago. Yeah. And
it's a recent
development.
Tiger King really had a big
post
wild
Tiger
animals.
King.
Maybe fortunately for the bear community, but
I think we could have held it.
Bobby, did you experience any stage fright early on? Has it been a natural progression for you to be out on the stage, dancing around with the band each night?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I had so little experience being in front of crowds, and then my first time really diving in was the Backseat Lovers tour, and I will say having a mask really allows me to embody something. And
I don't like that he's talking like he's not a real bear.
You're right, Dan. It should be more.
No, we're letting you see the behind the curtain on this podcast today. So,
yeah, he's actually a really sensitive guy.
I'm just a guy,
Just a bear.
Wait, your first show ever?
I think
your first time being on stage was the Wilma, sold
think
out
so.
1,500.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's true.
What did that feel like for you?
I mean,
it's
good. I can't see much out of here, because I really just went within myself and let the music kind of guide me, and just got as weird as I could and danced my little heart out.
Yeah.
Tried not to trip over cables.
Yeah.
By the end of that tour, the groove you were getting down into was kind of absurd. I didn't know you had that in you.
Yeah.
You can convey every emotion you can imagine through the bear suit.
Do you want to show us some of your signature moves?
Yeah, can we
do the claws that you do?
The scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's good.
Oh yeah.
Do one facing us really quick?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's
Hell yeah.
classic.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, do a little spin around for us. Spin around for us.
It's really funny to think about
That's way.
Sam in this suit.
Yeah, turn around, look at this guy here. Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is going to be for the Patreon. This is just for the Patreon. We don't have one, but we're starting one for this.
Zeros only.
Yeah.
Come back.
A lot more where that came from.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bobby.
Thanks, man.
It seems like you do a lot for this band, Bobby, so I just wanted to give you the opportunity if you had any questions for the band yourself, like anything you need to get off your chest or anything like that, like any curiosities you might have that haven't been answered while you've been trapped in a van in this suit with these guys.
It is true. We don't let
Never
Sam
actually
take off
seen him without the suit on.
Has to keep it on.
The suit doesn't come off.
Yeah.
But
It's a suit.
I just hope I'm not being replaced by this this horse. I still got a place to be around.
Not a lot of room in the van.
That seems like a reasonable question to you ask. Like, yeah, how does it feel knowing that there's another species potentially taking over?
I mean, I'm an acceptor. I'm adaptable. I like to think. I like to welcome.
So you think all species are created equal?
Absolutely.
Do you not, Blue?
No, I do. I mean, I don't know how many
Let's rank
people. The
species.
horses haven't killed that many people,
Okay, it's fair.
They probably kill more
Bears are
people
dangerous.
And
than.
bears
I think
really
they kill
have
more
if you
people
think
than
about it.
bears.
Wow.
Bears are dangerous creatures.
Bears are dangerous. We listen
So
to a
are
lot
horses.
of bear attack podcasts on our tours.
Oh yeah.
And it's actually quite. I actually really hope I never see a bear in the wild.
That
That would be bad.
Romanian bear, that one was crazy, dude.
How do you guys feel? Do you feel like I feel like we covered a lot?
I think we should all
Yeah.
sign off.
There's
We
one
all
thing
say,
that I
"This is
wanted to
John's
say
Day
that
Out
I
signing
feel like
off."
That's sorry. We don't sign off like that anyway.
Over and out.
Okay, Eli,
right.
you go.
Yeah, only
It's
Avery
his
and I would
first time
actually
on the
know
program, dude.
Yeah. Thank you. That's fine. That's fine. You guys are one of my favorite Portland bands
Wow.
for sure. I've been getting to watch music here in Portland, Oregon for over a decade now, and I do think that what you guys are doing is like really impactful. Like seriously, like the first time I even saw that like video of like the early days of this band, I was just like, man, I really gotta see this band. And like every time that I've gotten to see you since, it's just been like really impressive, and like definitely like one of those shows where I'm like, oh, I gotta like tell other friends that they need to like go see Johnny's Day Out. So
Thanks, man.
I'm particularly stoked that I got to do this with you guys, and I'm like really stoked for you to have this new record out. And it does feel like you guys are really finding like what the identity of this band is. So just appreciate y'all
Thank you, Dan.
doing the thing,
Appreciate
Yeah,
you,
you
dude.
guys are
Thank you,
really
Dan.
fucking
You're my
talented
favorite
band.
podcaster in Portland.
It's true.
That's very sweet of you to say. I don't really know how many of us are out there,
Yeah.
but
Money.
There's like 20 in Portland,
is there?
if not more. Yeah.
Cool. Sick. That's good to know that I'm rising to the top.
Yeah, you're like number
So you're
one.
number one, actually.
Well, we got to do the proper sign off. So, which means that usually have the guest of the show say the tagline, which is "It's a program," and it means nothing. It's just the way my grandfather says program. He always says program, like news program or like your school program or whatever. So, if we could get the Johnny's Day Out, it's a program. You guys can all like maybe all do it collectively together.
Okay. Want to count us off?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like maybe the drummer does it. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, that works.
Like I don't really want the pressure of you guys doing it wrong.
Alrighty.
So the Johnny's Day Out, it's a program. You can deliver it however you like.
Is that some tuna over by the It's a Program?
Yeah, usually you know it is. Usually this is over
Get in
here.
here closer, Jude.
Yeah,
You're kind of off to the side.
yeah, Jude, get
Come
the
on,
fuck
Jude.
in here, man.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
It's
It's
a
a
program.
They nailed it, everybody. It's Johnny's Day Out. New Johnny's Day Out record is out. It's called JDO. I'll put all the links in the episode notes. We are going to play the episode out with the before mentioned Seabiscuit. This guy's fucking unplugging mics.
Out.
Real cool sound professional over there. Unplugging mics while the thing is going. And that's the Jelly Jams. We'll catch you on the flip side. Portland.
Thank you.
Links will be in the episode notes. And
How do you like that?
We got our
We'll talk to
release
you next
show
time.
June 27th at the Hawthorne Theater. I think this will be out. Probably not.
All right, Dan, you got
Hopefully we had a
deadline.
great time. Hopefully you all had a great time at
Thank
the
you.
Hawthorne Theater. Thank you.
Thanks for coming out.
Now you have a couple different options. You can
Sunrise from the stable, another gunshot in a run. I got blinders on the left and right, go straight